Okay, members, I got some early impressions for, you guessed it, not Ninja Gaiden 4, Ninja Gaiden 4, Ninja Gaiden 4. Um, so I just completed about 2 chapters of this game so far, and it's developed by Platinum Games and Team Ninja. I recently, what was it, in January, the shadow drop of Ninja Gaiden Sigma Black, or it's Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, whatever. I beat that, so I have a fresh feeling of the game and the mechanics of Ninja Gaiden. But let me tell you something. This is more gameplay wise a platinum game, and I have a history of platinum games. I love their games. Okay, I love Metal Gear Solid Revengeance, Astral Chain, Bayonetta. What's the other big one? But I love all. I even played that Transformers game. But I really love the style of the platinum games as a whole. Ninja Gaiden 4 feels a lot like a platinum game. The world, everything. I mean, it's also, I would say, it's a third, Ninja Gaiden feel of the gameplay. But Ninja Gaiden itself has a real concise feel to it, mechanically and gameplay and everything. Personally, I think this feels more like a platinum game. So I've completed about 2 chapters, and so far the game is great to me. To me, the game is great so far. But I think a person who's more of a fan of wanting to play like Ninja Gaiden, like the more modern Ninja Gaidens, might feel a little, different about that. So as far as the story is concerned, so far, your name is Yakumo, and you're part of the Black Raven clan, and is it Black Raven clan or Dark Raven clan? I'm doing all of this off the top of my head. Um, but he's basically is the protagonist of the game, as far as I could tell so far. They've mentioned the lore of Ryu Hayabusa at the beginning of the game. They mentioned the lore of the Dark Dragon at the beginning of the game, and all the beasts and witches and fiends he fought. Right. So the lore is here. The game looks pretty good. I really love the art style of the miasma, flooding, rainy New Tokyo, I believe the city's called. So I like the look. I like the feel. Throughout each level, uh, they have these terminals that you can, turn in side quests. Side quests aren't. They're just there. You just collect something as you're whooping everybody's ass. Basically, you turn it in. But anyway, it's called the Dark Nest Terminal, where you could buy items, buy health items. You could also turn in quests. You can also talk to Umi, who's like the comm specialist, talking to Yakumo. There's also scattered out throughout the chapters Tyron, who's a Black Raven, mentor of sorts, a training master, and you learn all your battle mechanics and specialty techniques through him within that level. So it has these chill out moments with these terminals that you can go to. You got to find them. Well, they're in your path, okay? Because this is a very linear game with chapters, like the old Ninja Gaidens and stuff. It's very linear. Um, Gameplay, I'm loving it. I'm loving the gameplay. I mean, I unlocked this Azuna drop, whatever it's called, and what else I dropped? The Flying Swallow Barrage, where you're just zipping back and forth in the air. Perfect dodge, perfect parry. I locked all those early by chapter 2, and I can do all those moves easily. And by the way, I'll be honest with you, for these gameplay videos, I am playing on easy. But there's a thing with the easy game mode, the difficulty setting. There is you could toggle if you want automatic like dodge, automatic parry, automatic block when your health's low. I turned that off. So basically, I'm playing the game, but with the easy. I'm 49 years old. I'm not trying to, do a dick measuring contest playing video games at this point. So it's all about me making gameplay videos. So I'm playing it on easy, but I turned off the help of the help of the that makes the game way too much easier. Let's say that with the auto blocking, auto parrying, auto all that shit. I turned that off. So this is basically just easy mode, but there is a casual mode too below easy mode. Um, you know how this is more of a platinum game than a Ninja Gaiden game. They got these rail sequences in this game. I don't remember Ninja, the recent Ninja Gaiden games having all these action set piece sequence, rail sequences. This is typical Platinum game stuff here. Um, but yeah, the gameplay is I love the Bayonetta, Metal Gear Solid Revengeance, Ninja Gaiden feel gameplay of the game. I'm having a lot of fun. It's a lot of action. Yakumo as a protagonist, very stoic, very dry, very boring, straight to the point. Yes, I defeated it. Yes, I killed it. No, he doesn't say a lot so far. But I do like, what's her name? The character, the dark dragon queen, I believe she's called. She's basically helping Yakuma. You rescue her in the first chapter. Siori, I believe her name is. Then you got this other guy. I forgot his name, Mitsuko or something. But there's another guy that's like the computer guy that's helping Yakumo. So there's a couple Raven Clan that's in your head, with the comms and everything, as you're playing through the levels and stuff in action. One thing that's confused me so far are these demon sequences. There's been two of them. Like all of a sudden the world just transmogrifies into something else. It's like, oh, the demon found you. I don't know what that's about yet. I gotta keep playing the game. I'm very early in this game. I haven't got far at all. I basically beat the first DDO commander boss. There's also another boss that looks pretty cool. He looks like Jetstream Sam from Metal Gear Revengeance. I haven't fought him yet, but there's a cutscene with him. And apparently that guy is with the DDO, and he knows Ryu was talking in the game to Ryu Hayabusa, so there's something with that going on. You don't play these games for the story, but there's a story there, right? I love doing the karma, combo, try to get your score up and stuff. The game, so far for me, even with my old fingers, I'm able to perfect dodge, perfect parry, perfect time, and I don't know if that has anything to do with the easy mode or not. Maybe the enemies are less aggressive, but I'm able to pull all this stuff off. I'm able to do the Zuna drop, the flying swallows, the things that I unlocked so far via Tyron's training terminal. So yeah, I mean, it's another great game of for action game fans. It's really going to depend on which game you like more. Do you like Ninja Gaiden core mechanics more, or you like Platinum Games core mechanics style? They're both action games, but they are different. They do feel different, there is, to me, there is a big difference between playing Ninja Gaiden, the modern Ninja Gaidens, and playing a Platinum game. There is. They both look cool. They both feel cool. They're fast. They're difficult, and they're fair. And you got to learn the button prompts and everything. But they feel mechanically different. And like I said, I believe this is majority a Platinum game in this feel and stuff, with the parry and the dodge and just the action of it and everything. Feels more like but it is Ninja Gaiden. Don't get me wrong. The lore is there. It looks like, if in some aspects of the gameplay, it feels a little bit like Ninja Gaiden. With the you perform a Zuna drop, that's Ninja Gaiden. It doesn't matter if Platinum made the game or not. It just feels like Ninja Gaiden. It goes up, goes down. But to me, it's more of a Platinum game. But it is wrapped in a 100% Ninja Gaiden presentation, if that makes sense. Just the feel. The feel of the game feels like a Platinum game. But it is Ninja Gaiden, if that makes sense. And personally, I love Platinum games, action games. I love playing all the different franchises and the franchises they made originally, and use other IPs to make action games out of and stuff. They did a great job early on with this game. It's just nothing I can really complain about it. Sound design, dialogue and stuff is pure cheese. It's very, very cheesy. Ugh. But it's okay, You play this game for the combat and the action mechanics and stuff. That's all. So, yeah, I'm gonna probably do a written review for this game. But yeah, it feels definitely up there with great action games to me, like Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden, and great Platinum games too, like Metal Gear Revengeance and stuff. It's up there. It feels up there early on. But I got a lot more to play. I haven't even probably gotten through a true quarter of the game yet. Trying to think, is there anything else I need to tell you about this game? Gory, fast, It's very Ninja Gaiden that's in presentation. It is. And I'm having a blast with it. That's all I can basically tell you. for Ninja Gaiden 4 so far. Having a blast, and I can't wait to get back to it. So, members, I want to thank you again for joining Jason's Video Game Source YouTube channel. Directly supporting me monthly. It means a lot. Nah, you know, these videos are just for you. These videos aren't on my website. You can't find these videos anywhere else on the internet unless you pay for the subscription and you're recording it and showing it off or some shit. But